Welcome to this weekday reflection here at St. Andrew United Church of Christ. God speaks to us in so many ways, through our experiences, through our relationships, through other people that we meet, through sacred texts like the Bible and so many others as well, through worship and through prayer and through art. Today I want to tell you about a prayer practice that uses art as a way to pray to God. So often we think that our prayers have to be filled with all the right words, and prayer practices help us connect to God in other ways without using words often. Visio divina is Latin for divine seeing, and it's praying with images as a way to listen to God's words. Visio divina. I want to show you today a simple way to pray with art, because it is a prayer practice that you can use that doesn't require you to figure out what words to use to talk to God. And rather, it's a way to let yourself be open to God speaking to you through divine seeing. Visio divina. It's similar to Lectio divina, which is using the words of Scripture and is Latin for divine reading. Visio divina is the same idea, but with artwork and for divine seeing. Both of them have 4 basic steps, and if you look them up on the internet or in different books that you might find them in, you'll see variations on the steps, but they're all very similar. And of course, there's no one right way that you have to do it. The 4 steps for Visio divina are basically these. Number 1, look at the art. Number 2, take a second, deeper look. Number 3, respond to the image with prayer. And number 4, find your quiet center. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about each of those steps. But first, to say that you can choose any piece of artwork to pray with. Maybe you want to use something that has been hanging in your home and is special to you. Maybe it's something new that you got. Maybe it's a beautiful piece of art that's in a book that you own. Or maybe you find something on the internet that you're really drawn to. Or maybe you even find something that you don't like, because that's a good thing to use for prayer as well. See what that brings to mind. Today, for just as an example, I have chosen Rembrandt's painting of the prodigal son, the lost son, and its title is The Return of the Prodigal Son. So, first step, number 1. In the first step, you look slowly at the picture, taking a first glance, noting the colors, the people that are in it, the places, the things that you see. And you simply gaze at the image, taking it all in lightly for 1 to 2 minutes. And then step 2 is to take a second, deeper look. Where do you see some movement in the painting? What relationships do you see? What colors do you find yourself drawn to? And in this second step, this deeper look, you can let your eyes kind of zoom in to different parts of the picture for a bit. Maybe zooming into the Father's hands on the Son, or the face of the elder son in the background, the face of the Father, the feet of the Son. You kind of take a deeper look by zooming in on different parts around the painting, going back out again and looking at the whole and zooming in to look at parts of it. And while you're doing this, engage your imagination. Where could you see yourself in the artwork? And when you imagine where you're seeing yourself in that picture, what do you see from that perspective? What deeper meaning might emerge? Stay in this step 2 for a couple minutes as well. And then in step 3, you respond to the image with prayer. Did the image remind you of an experience that you want to pray for, or a person, or an issue for which you might like to offer prayers of thanksgiving? Or perhaps you want to lift up prayers of intercession for someone or something. And so offer that prayer to God, whatever it is that comes from the picture. And then in step 4, find your quiet center. Breathe deeply. Relax your body. Relax your shoulders and your neck muscles and your arms and your legs. And just rest in this quiet time. Taking a very soft gaze at the picture now. Let God pray in you. And know that God prays beyond words. And so feel the rest. And perhaps God's presence will be felt with you. perhaps you would like to start the video over again, and when it gets to the parts of each step, you could pause the video and gaze at the piece of art and take a few minutes on each step. Or perhaps you want to already go ahead and choose your own piece of artwork and use that and follow along with the steps with your own art. Either way, it's another way to connect to God. For that's what prayer is, and that's what a prayer practice is. It's finding new ways, deeper ways to connect to God. And we can do that even without words.